We tend to treat motivation like it's some mysterious feeling we just have to wait for. But it's not. It's a mechanical process. And just like any process, it can have bugs. Today, we're going to debug your motivation system. So, have you ever noticed this? The mental energy you burn just dreading a task, like studying or hitting the gym or even just cleaning the kitchen, it often feels way greater than the energy it takes to actually do the thing. This isn't a flaw in your character. It's a very specific glitch in how your brain is processing information. To really get a handle on this glitch, we first have to correct a huge misunderstanding about how motivation actually works. See, there's a common assumption we all make, and it pretty much sets us up to fail from the start. Here's the deal. Most people operate on the belief that you need to feel motivated before you can take action. You're waiting for the right mood, for inspiration to strike. But the brain's reality? It's the complete opposite. Action is what generates the feeling of motivation. We basically have the sequence completely backward. So, why does our brain get this so wrong? To understand that, we need to look at the system underneath it all. Let's think of it as your brain's operating software and a specific bug that lives within it. At its core, your brain isn't really emotional. It's a piece of hardware running a prediction program. Its number one job is to keep you safe by constantly calculating the cost versus the benefit of any potential action. It's always asking, is this a threat or is this a reward? And this is exactly where the bug appears. When your brain is faced with a task that isn't life or death, like studying, the system misfires. It incorrectly flags the effort needed to start as a major threat, which then triggers avoidance. It's like a faulty smoke alarm that screeches every single time you make toast. And this right here is the effort mismatch in action. Your brain predicts the effort to start studying is going to be massive. Let's call it a 90 out of 100. It's a huge deal. But once you actually begin, the system gets real-time data. And the actual effort, it turns out to be more like a 35. The initial prediction was just wildly inaccurate. This cognitive bug actually has a name. It's called the effort prediction error. It's a documented tendency where our brain's forecasting module just consistently gets it wrong, creating a feeling of dread that's based entirely on faulty data. This is the mechanism that drives procrastination. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. It's a predictable error in the system. And the good news is predictable errors have predictable fixes. So let's move on to the system patch. This is the core operating principle. This is the fix. Instead of waiting for that faulty alarm in your brain to turn itself off, we have to manually override it. Taking action is what gives the system the correct data it needs to recalibrate. Right when you start the task, you are literally feeding your prediction engine new, accurate information. Your brain then recalibrates. It realizes, oh, okay, this isn't a threat. The energy cost is much lower than I thought. The alarm bells go quiet, and that feeling we call motivation finally starts to kick in. Now, knowing the principle is one thing, but applying it is what really matters. So here's a simple 3-step method you can use to bypass the effort prediction error every single time. Think of it like running a debug sequence on your own mind. First, identify the absolute smallest possible action. I don't mean write the report. I mean open the document. Second, commit only to doing that one microstep. This keeps the perceived effort so incredibly low that it doesn't even trigger the brain's alarm. And third, and this part's crucial, execute immediately. Don't give your brain time to run its faulty prediction program. So that's the entire fix. The solution isn't to think your way into feeling motivated, it's to act your way into it. Start the action, no matter how small, and let that real-time data correct your brain's faulty prediction. Motivation will follow. That is how you debug the system.